So today I'm going to cover off 9 quirky facts about New Zealand. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If some of you are new here, my name is Annalise and this is my channel where I share my life as an expat living in New Zealand. In my video, I show you about places in New Zealand, my everyday life, and also travels with my family. So today I'm going to cover off 9 quirky facts about New Zealand. Interesting bits of trivia I didn't know before I moved here, and I'm so delighted to share with you guys today. So let's start with number 1. Number 1, New Zealand is the first country with universal suffrage. This means that New Zealand was the first country in which the vote was approved for women in 1893, long before in most of the country in the world, guys. Let's move to number 2. The kiwi is not only fruit. So there are 3 meanings of kiwi. The first kiwi means New Zealand people, that we call them as kiwi. The second meaning of kiwi is the bird, which also used as national symbol of this country as well. And the last meaning of the kiwi, which most of us love, is the delicious fruit. I loved it. My son also loved kiwi fruits as well. It's just so delicious. I could just eat lots and lots of it. Alright guys, let's move to number 3. Number 3, 30% of New Zealand country is a national reserve. If we think of New Zealand, we all come to mind of its extensive green hills and full of lush vegetation, such as Mount Cook, Milford Sound, Tongariro. I think I pronounced that correctly. Sorry guys if my pronunciation is not as Kiwi just yet. I'm still learning some of the places in the world here. I think it's a Tongariro. Forgive me Kiwi if you're listening to this. And Coromandel. One of the reasons that this makes this country a national paradise, as a great ecological awareness of its people, is that 1/3 of the country is considered as a protected national reserve. Alright guys, well, let's move to number 4. New Zealand has the longest name in the world. I know, and I'm putting somewhere on the screen, and I'm probably not gonna try to pronounce or say it out to you guys. I honestly don't know how to say it, but I'll put all the information and the link below for you guys to find out more about this town. This is the name of the town of the East Coast, New Zealand, and its translation from Maori goes something like this. The place where Tamata, the man on the big knees with slipped, climbed and swallowed mountains, known as the Land Eater. He plays the flute to his loved one. It's definitely a very unique name of a town, and I'm sure that a lot of you will agree with me on this. Alright, we'll just move to number 5. New Zealand has more sheep than people. The livestock industry is one of the main industries in the country, particularly sheep. Did you know that for every person living in New Zealand, there are at least 10 sheep? This one is my favorite one so far. Let's move down to number 6. Dunedin has the steepest roads in the world. So according to the Guinness Book of Record, the steepest street in the world is located on the South Island of New Zealand and East Baldwin Street, with a slope of 19 degrees. Imagine what it'd be like to live at the top and you can't drive up there and you have to walk up and walk down every day to work or to school. That will be a fantastic way of doing daily exercise for sure. Alright guys, we move on to number 7. New Zealand has the most southerly capital in the world. So continue with the things that make this country unique. Wellington is the southernmost capital in the entire world. Also, if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, the recording studio also located in Wellington as well, guys. Number 8, there are 3 official languages here in New Zealand, in addition to English and sign language. Maori is also official language in New Zealand. 17% of the country population is native Maori, and despite the certain years of darkness that the language lived through, today they are trying to preserve it. Passing through in New Zealand and want to learn more about this fascinating culture and its peculiar language, Rotorua is a fantastic option for that. Right guys, we now at the last number, which is number 9. So New Zealand was the last country in the world to be inhabited by humans. New Zealand history dates back just a few hundred years. This country was inhabited by the first human only 800 years ago. And of course, it was the Maori who arrived here first. Let me know if you guys enjoy this kind of fun fact that I share with you guys today. I just find it's quite fascinating, and I think it's also good to share this with you guys. So if some of you, like again, thinking in the future to move to New Zealand, so you get a rough idea about New Zealand. If you do enjoy this video, guys, please give it a big like for me. I would be highly appreciated. And as always, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to support my channel, and I can continue creating content and share New Zealand life with you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching today. And if you have any comment, please leave it a comment below. If you want to hear or know anything about New Zealand and want me to do a certain video, please let me know in the comment below as well. For now, I love you all, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.